Welcome to Spring High School Auditorium in beautiful downtown Spring, Texas, where we're in the home stretch in the playoff race. The state's number 8 ranked Atascocita Eagles, led by Joe Burton, are in town with their sights set on wrapping up the District 13 5A title after missing the postseason the past 2 years. Meanwhile, the host Spring Lions are in a critical battle for the last 2 playoff spots, tied with Kingwood for 4th place. And with only 4 games remaining, a loss could make the stretch run a lot tougher. The Lions' Fred Harrell got things going from the outside early when he found himself open from the top of the key for 3. Then the Eagles go to Joe Burton right away, and he gets a screen from big Zach Haney and bangs a 3 from the corner. Then in transition, Greg Shedd sees a streaking Burton and lofts one up for the one-handed slam. Then it's Travian Johnson who looks inside, but sees Harrell alone on the wing, and he hits nothing but net for an 8-7 Lion lead. Then Nolan Bilbo shovels a pass to Burton at the top of the key, and he's on target, and the Eagles go back in the lead. And Burton scored the first 12 Eagle points. Later, Burton tips a pass to Bilbo, who hits the outlet to a streaking Shedd, and he finishes the break in style, and the Eagles scored 9 unanswered. Then the Lions made their own run, as Trey Robertson collects a deflected pass and finds Kedrick Nugent underneath for 2. And when Johnson and Nugent trade passes under the net, it's Johnson getting the bucket and a foul. And the free throw completed a 10-1 Lion run as they went back into the lead 18-17. And they held that lead as the first period came to a close. Later in the second period, the Eagles spread the D, and sophomore Carson Edwards liked the spacing and drove the lane, avoiding Johnson to go up by 5. Then Jay Edwards cut into the lane, and Burton found him, and Edwards hits the 14-footer over Johnson to extend the lead to 7. But Johnson was a force inside all night, and here he hits the offensive glass and gets the putback. Johnson tallied 15 on the game. At the other end, Johnson gets another block, grabs the loose ball, and the outlet to Robertson, who feeds Tyson Wright and takes it to the hoop. Ouch! As Matt Woolrod gets a blocking call. Then the teams traded 3-pointers. First, Carson Edwards is alone at the top of the key, and he drills one. Edwards had 14 on the night. And then Harrell does the same, with a jumper over Edwards. And Harrell would lead all Lion scorers with 17. But as the teams headed into the locker room at the break, Joe Burton's 20 first-half points had boosted the Eagles to a 6-point margin. The Lions came out with a plan to slow down the Eagles' Burton in the second half. Likewise, the Eagles zeroed in on the inside-outside game of Trevian Johnson and Fred Harrell, who accounted for 20 first-half Lion points. And each was successful in the third period, keeping their targets silent. But it was the Eagles that spread the love around a little more. First, it was Zach Haney, getting an assist from Nicholas Mason for 2 of his 13 points. Then Harrell draws the attention in the lane, and he finds Bravian Roy on the baseline, and he answers with a J. But it was Carson Edwards doing most of the damage, first with a jumper from the wing, and then getting a feed from Burton underneath. And when he hit this pull-up jumper, the Eagles had opened a 12-point margin. And with the Lions' defensive attention going to Burton, Anthony Connor was left alone, and he made him pay, knocking down a 3 from the corner. Meanwhile, the Lions' only other third-period score was this 3 by DeAndre Wigfall at the 2:43 mark. Down by 16 with only 8 minutes to play, the Lions gathered the pride for one more hunt. And right away, Aloysius James gets loose in the corner and drains a 3. Next it was Blaine Williams off the bench, and he knocks down a 3 from the wing. And when Johnson got an assist from Robertson, the Lions had cut the lead to 9. The Lions kept the pressure on and got transition baskets from Harrell. And a steal and a throwdown by Trevian Johnson. But the Eagles countered the run by going to their money men, Haney and Burton, who totaled 14 points in the final 3.5 minutes. And Haney's defiant slam put the exclamation point on a district title season while dimming the playoff hopes for the Spring Lions. The Atascocita Eagles, who had finished out of the money the last 2 seasons, have made a dramatic turnaround to soar among the Texas elite all year. And what made that turnaround possible?
That's an easy one. Experience. I mean, last year they were all pups. They'd never been there before. We had 3 freshmen on varsity, some juniors that haven't been in a playoff situation or a fight for one anyway, and just experience. We're doing the same stuff we did last year, just a little bit better at it. I'm so proud of them. I mean, they worked hard for it. That's what they wanted, and we got a little breathing room now, so it's good.